Right. So my presentation, I made the name "How to Use Canva to Have a Stronger Personal Brand and Grow Your Instagram." Like, how can you show your message for more people in a very easy way? Because Canva is a very, very easy tool to use. And then I started here, just like very fast. What is your personal brand? Tu marca personal. So it's how you promote yourself. So when you are on Instagram, when you are creating your content, like what do you want to show? What are your somebody? Let me see. I will close someone. Okay. So how do you promote yourself? What skills are you sharing for your public, for your audience? How is your personality and your experience? Like, what part of yourself do you want to show the people? And that's how you can use Canva to help you. So before we continue with that, we usually show, like, our mistake that I see happening a lot, and I used to do that a lot, is when I go on Instagram, I talk only about myself and I show my pictures, and that's not actually helping anyone. And then I had a course with my Instagram mentor, and he started to show me like how I can show my message in another way, in a way to involve more people, and so that people will actually understand what am I doing there, like why do I want to grow my Instagram in the first place. So that's that. And then okay, and then what are some things that you like to talk about, and how are these things related? So again, that message thing, for example, if you want to talk about Turkey and feminism, so how are you going to relate these two things so that you can create a nice message? So what I want to say is that you cannot talk about everything at once. Like, no tool is going to help you with that. Like, if you want to grow or to create a nice Instagram. And then you have to also to think, who are the followers that you have, or who are the followers that you want to attract, so that you can give this message in a better way. So what's your purpose behind it? Are you selling something? Are you raising awareness to a cause? Or do you want to create some partnerships? So that's all that you have to take into consideration before you sit down in Canva to create like your posts. And then here. So, and then what I learned that I think it's really nice, that Canva helps a lot, is that when you want to grow your Instagram, you have to understand the people behind the screen. What are the fears that they have, the desires, the problems, the frustrations, and then you create something that can be shareable, so that people will start sharing that message, and then you will become bigger, because more people are sharing what you want to show, and then more people will end up knowing about you. And then I wrote this here, when a post is exactly what you think and you share it in your stories. So this is what you are willing to do when you sit to create your posts in Canva. And then what kind of posts I create there? So I create lots of motivation posts, lots of lists. For example, 3 things I love about Turkey, or 3 foods in Turkey that are you cannot miss. Because I have an Instagram that is about Turkey and travel. So when I'm not posting photos and I post these kinds of posts that I make in Canva, actually my message spreads more, because people don't want to share posts with my face on it. They prefer to share something that is like graphic and is like a message, or something that I am teaching them. And let's continue that. And then here I have another Instagram that is about social media marketing. And then I gave here 3 examples of posts that I created in Canva. And then I wrote on this one, I made kind of a Twitter design on Canva, and I wrote like, I don't want to be the carrier of bad news, but your perfectionism is holding you back. So then if a person is a very perfectionist person, when she sees this post, she's like, "Oh, I'm like that, I'm a perfectionist." And then she's going to share my post and other people will see me. Or 3 ways to improve the reach of your stories. 3 formas de mejorar el alcance de tus historiales. And so when people see this, they're like, oh, I think if I tag my friends will see this and this will help. So in Canva, I create these posts that are teaching people or that are being funny in a way that they will share, and they usually do not have my face on it. After this, I will go into my Canva and show you everything. And then why do I use Canva? Even if you don't know anything about Canva, if you enter there, when you see it, it's so easy. Like there are so many templates and so many ready things that you can just enter, write your message, download, and you can like ready to post. And the free version of it is like really, really good. I have the paid version because I use it like every day, but if you don't want to invest, like really you don't need to, because it's not like really necessary. And in Canva, I do so many different things like videos, GIFs, animations. I will show you lots of examples in a minute. Even my profile picture, I have like a background that is bold, I will show. And what I like the most is that I really like to maintain color consistency, like everything matches, and when people look my feeds, it looks good together. It's easy to save your colors in there. And these days in pandemic, that's what saved me, because I couldn't go out. I always take like nice photos in Estambul or in many places. My husband is a photographer, and I cannot like go out to take photos these days. We were locked down, so I was like all day in Canva trying to create content for my Instagram. And also, if you you have storage in the cloud, so you can keep all of your posts inside, and you are not going to make your computer so full of things. They can stay all in the cloud of Canva. Now, this is like the presentation very fast. I'm going to show you some things that I created in Canva, and then I'm going to show you the Canva platform inside so that you can see the templates, and I'm going to teach you like some secrets in there. How can I leave? Okay, so I will show you here some posts that I created with Canva. First, I will show you, look, this is my profile picture. When you see this pink thing behind, in the stories, when there are so many stories, my story kind of stands out, like many people can see it just because the background is like popping. All of these story highlights that I created, I also created in Canva. I think they look like really beautiful together. Again, I made a Twitter post and I said, I miss the freedom of having coffee at my favorite cafe. If your city is slowly reopening, remember to support a local cafe. And this was like, it's a message that I was able to share, even though I didn't have like a photo to share it. Look, the list post that I told you, 3 Turkish dishes I've never tried and probably never will. And then I made a list here. I put this 3 dishes. And if you see, when I make this kind of post, like the list, I will show you. I don't know how to do that, I think. You see, look, I usually have 2, 3 comments. This post like had lots of comments. Everybody loved to talk about like the Turkish food. It was an engaging post. I like to also do this kind of question posts, like if you didn't live where you live today, where would you like to live? I'm just giving like you some ideas. So when it's your turn to create, this one also everybody loved so much. I made living in Turkey, how my mom thinks it is, how my dad think it is, how my friends, and how it really is with the cat. I like to do this inspiration post too, working hard to always afford breakfasts with a view. I think the last one. Also this one, don't do what I did. If you see the comments, it was a story about taxi. Many people were, the likes were not so good, but many people were telling stories about their taxis. There is also this one. I don't know if you know, there is a link in the bio. In Instagram, you can only put one link. And I made this page also in Canva. And also there are like more links. I made it there. Even my YouTube video, you can put in your link in bio, like this. Now, I will show you Canva a little bit inside. And then I will let you speak and ask me many things. So this is, when you enter Canva, this is how it looks like. And so here you have like create a design. And when you see it, there are so many sizes, you know, you have like Instagram post, presentation, which is the one I was just using. You're not seeing my screen. Are you seeing my screen? You see my screen? Let me share again. Okay. So there are like so many different sizes. You have like Instagram post, presentation that I was just using, A4. And when you come here, look, this blue button, create a design. There are like even more things, even for Pinterest, for YouTube. And so let me show you a template and how to edit the template. Okay, let's take, I'm choosing, let's take this one. So when you take a template, of course, it does not look like you, right? It does not look like something you would like to share, but you can change everything. So I click the image and I delete. I can come here. Wait, you are in front of me. Let me take you to the other side. So when you click here, the best part, one of the best things in Canva is that you have lots of free images, like I use a lot. Today I was checking some Estambul photos that we could use for our presentation. And look, in these photos, they are free to use, like you can use them for your post. There will be no problem of copyright. You see, I will teach you this. There is the photo. The photo is on top of my text. I will click the photo, position backward, and then it looks like this. Changing the background up. Now here, remember I told in the presentation that it's very easy to have your colors. So here I have my colors of my brand. So whenever I create a post, the colors are here ready. So I can make a post that looks like my Instagram page all the time, because I can always have my colors here. And I will show you some other resources that we have here. Usually, for example, if you enter Canva right now and you start using it, you will do so many things by yourself because it's very easy to use. So I'm going to show you some things that I think are not so easy to find, so that that are different, okay? So if you see here, we have templates. That's where you choose what you want. Photos that I showed you, you can type anything here. For example, you can type summer, and then you will get like a lots of photos. And if you click here, you can choose only the free ones. So you have lots of options. And elements, it's also really nice. For example, this blue thing here is an element. It's this one. And then you can just make it smaller. For example, position, backward, because this is, wait, a group. Let me do it again. This is just grouped. So if I put it here again, position, backward, and then you see it's an element. And then also you can have anything here. If you want to add, because there is the mosque, I want to add a mosque here. Look, you have lots of elements, and then you can change the elements, even the colors here. I don't want brown, I want blue. Okay, let's make it blue. Text, videos, backgrounds. Let's find a yellow one to make our design here. Yellow. Be creative. You can use your creativity. Uploads is here is all of my images, the things that I took from my computer and I put inside of Canva. Folders, I don't use so much. So here is the thing I told you. Maybe you won't be able, like you wouldn't use or wouldn't find it so easily. So here we have the photos from Canva, but when you go more, you have two more options, Pexels and Pixabay, and they are also offering you free images to create your content. You can also add Google Maps if you have a store, and then you can add a map to it. Let's put here Turkey mosque. You could also add a map if you wanted. So this one I use a lot. It's the GIFs. I always use this to make like funny things on my Instagram. For example, let's put like angry. Then you can use and make a post sending an angry message like this. So whenever you are trying to find these things, you come here to more, and then you will have lots of other options. So what I will do now, I will stop my share and I will let you ask any questions that you want. What would you like to know? And you can give me your opinions, like what kinds of content do you usually create? What kinds of help would you like to get more creative ideas for your Instagrams or whatever you use it for?
I have a question.
Yes.
Is Canva only for laptops, or can you use it through an app on your phone?
Good question. You can have it on your app, an app on your phone. I have it. And the only difference is that some of, like, it's not totally like completely there, but you can create so many things.
Okay. And
so let me,
what's like the difference of the free version and the paid one? Like, so what extra do you get when you pay for it?
I'll show you some things. Actually, I'll tell you the price. The price of it is like 50, I think 54 Turkish lira per month. What you get, look, let's look, for example, in the photo. Summer, I have the free. If I don't put the free, I have like, you have more, like, for example, more photos, more elements, like more little stickers. And there is also something that I use a lot that's called, I'll show you. You're not seeing my screen, right? I thought you were
No.
seeing my screen. I'm showing everything.
There you go.
There you go. Let me put a picture of myself very fast, and I will show you one thing that is useful for me that I use a lot. Uploads. Let me take look. There is a thing here in this part called effects that you can come here and do background remover. It's something that my husband does in Photoshop. He takes hours to do in Photoshop, and I say, look at this. You will see in a second. Just because I said it's fast. Look. And then there is no background anymore.
That's really good.
It's really good. That's something I use a lot, like for this post that I showed you. But I like, that's all. Effects and sometimes also here when you save a post, for example, when you save a post, you have lots of file types that you can use. For example, if it's a picture or if a PDF. Sometimes if you want to share animations like the GIFs moving, it's Pro, like it's in the paid version. But the video is good enough and it's in all the versions. So I don't think it's like, that's why I said, if you really use it so much, you pay. If you don't use it like professionally, or like, you don't need to, because it's really, really complete.
That's good then.
Yes. Any more questions?
I do have a question.
Yes.
First of all, thank you for sharing all your experience with Canva.
Yes.
I've been using it, but for jobs, not for personal stuff. And still now I'm dealing with when I have to share a post, if I should download it, then the quality used to drop. So I don't have a premium version. And I was going to ask you, how do you do? Do you share directly from the application, from the desktop, or you share through these options that there is, like share direct to Instagram, share directly to Facebook?
No, I usually download it to my computer. You think because it's not a pro version, the quality is low? Let me
I don't
see.
think so, because there is this PNG version, there is JPEG.
High quality.
Yeah, but sometimes when, for example, I used to share something on LinkedIn or Instagram, the quality used to look a little bit weird. So what I'm doing sometimes is downloading in this high quality, like PDF for print, and then converting the file again to JPEG. So it's a little annoying, and I was wondering if you do directly, if you download to computer first and then you share it, or if
download.
You share, and you
but you know what I
download
think?
Yeah.
PNG. You know what I think? Because I usually use my posts on Instagram, and Instagram is so small compared to the computer screen. Maybe I don't see the difference. Maybe my posts are bad too, but I don't see the difference because it's small.
I will check it. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. If you don't have questions, I'll start asking you questions. I'm a teacher.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you do that in the profile of Instagram? You say something that you can do the background. Yes, how you do that?
I'll teach you, and I will teach you a free way. Okay?
Yeah, please.
I'll teach you a free way to
Thank
do
you
it.
so much.
So the free way to do it. So if you have a pen, take note of this website. I will share a website with you. Whiteboard. No, not whiteboard. Teacher. I use Zoom all day with my kids, and I'm always opening the the whiteboard. So let me come. No, not this one. Too. Share screen, Chrome. So the free way that you can remove the background, like I did with the giraffe, is like this. Background. background, remove. Remove.bg. This is the website you go. And then you will come here, upload image. Let me see if I have an image. I can put the giraffe again. The giraffe is here. Let's use the giraffe again. And then you just choose your photo from your computer and then open. Then look, it's done. And then you download. So you will download. I have the giraffe here. So I create a design as square. So I will take the Instagram post because it's already a square. I will come here to my uploads. Let me see if I have the giraffe. I don't have it. So I will use this one. That is my actual photo. Imagine it's that picture you just took. It's here, no background. I make it bigger, like as much as I can.
All right.
And then I will add, well, let me just crop so I can work better because it's taking so long. Then I will just change the background. You can put any background you want.
Oh, so nice.
And this is already, when you put to Instagram, it becomes rounded. But I will give you
so
the angel effect. I will Control C, Control V. So we have 2 now. I will make it bigger a little bit, just a little bit. Effects, dual tone. In the dual tone, I change the colors to look the same, like this. And then adjust. If you want, I can send a step by step later if you want to do like this. Look, the blur, I'm changing the blur. Position backwards.
Okay, got it.
Profile picture.
Got it. Yes,
if you want, I can send like a step by
would be
step.
nice. Cool.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
because
sent a step
I
by
lost
step.
in the Control V, Control C.
Control C, Control V. And then I will write for you.
All right.
And I send you. Okay.
Thank you so much.
That's one thing. I want to show you one more thing that I do that helps me also to be fast, you know, that when I'm creating my things. Let me go again, Google Chrome. I will show you a board that I have on Pinterest that I created just so that I know how I want my Instagram to look like. So when I go to Canva, I sit down and I don't spend like 3 hours, you know, creating one post. I know more or less what I have in my mind, and then I create. So I have here a board on Pinterest where I just saved color palette, so the colors that I like to use. And in Pinterest, if you just come and just type like color palette, you will see like so many different colors. Also, I have here like some fonts that I would like to use. So I save everything as an inspiration, like the vibe, what I want it to look like. And the last one, some backgrounds. When I'm creating posts with the message, what I like to use in the background. I look the giraffe again, obsessed. The girl is obsessed with the giraffe. And that's all. Just for you to create. I think creativity is something that you have to exercise. So sometimes what I do, I see a post and I think it's so beautiful. So I go to Canva, I sit down and I try to make the same post, you know, like as an exercise. That's it. Now I will ask you questions. Anybody had a problem with understanding something? Yodi said she can translate something. No?
No, I understood pretty good. And thank you again for sharing with us this. Like,
thank you.
Hopefully, I'll try Canva one more time and see how it goes.
You can start by just like changing the templates, you know, choose a template that you think is beautiful. I always start things on the safe side so that I don't, because if I try to do the hardest thing first, I get kind of trauma, and then I'm not gonna do that because I cannot do it. No, it starts with like an easy thing, and then you say, oh, I tried like this, now let me change a little bit. And then I'm sure you can do it. It's really easy. I'm not like, my husband goes Photoshop. He does Photoshop courses. He's great. I open Photoshop. I'm like, now where do I close it? You know, it's really, really difficult. Yeah. So I because this is my first time here and I don't know you, I would like to know about a little bit about you. What do you create? What's your message?